Uncomfortable area. Really not sure what zone this would make comfortable unless you were in like severe stages of hearing loss or something. This is a Comfort Zones 20-inch box fan. This is the World and Main Blueberries LLC 20-inch box fan model CZ200A. Made in China. Ooh. And the date is 3/2018. I think this is the absolute worst box fan known to exist. I picked this up in the trash in summer of 2019. So let's say it was purchased in the summer of 2018. It survived maybe a season and a half at most, and the bearings locked up. So naturally I grabbed it and I freed up the bearings with a couple of drops of oil and it ran again. But the sound it makes is just atrocious. The performance is atrocious, the blade is atrocious, the guard is atrocious. It's just an absolutely awful fan all around. The guard is really thick, it's got a convoluted pattern on there and a whole bunch of extra lines. It's even worse on the back, it's got a whole mess of extra stuff on the back. The blade is warped beyond all recognition, which is ridiculous. I don't know if it'll really pick up on the video, but it is totally warped backwards at the top and lost most of its pitch. It's abysmal, really. It's absolutely abysmal. The only thing that's like remotely satisfactory is the handle. The handle is kind of okay. You know, it's relatively sturdy. It's definitely flexes, but it doesn't seem like it's going to break. And the switch goes from low to high, which I kind of like. But that's really all I could say about this fan that is even halfway satisfactory. It's got that typical little tuna can motor in there. Real cheap looking thing. No oil ports, of course. Now this World and Main Cranberries brand is definitely a hit or miss as far as quality is concerned. Some of their high velocity fans seem to be okay, but this box fan is just awful. And their articulating fans are awful as well. I had just emptied out the storage location, so I had a bunch of junk just sitting downstairs. I was washing some clothes and this was off in the corner. It was getting damp and warm down there from the laundry machines going, so I says, oh, let's turn the thing on. I plugged it in, I turned it on, and I shut it off in a couple of minutes. The amount of racket this stupid thing was producing is just unbelievable. It wasn't even tolerable to run it for 5 minutes. So, this is never again. That's why I brought it out here in the garage, and I'll just have it here in the garage in case one day I need to move a little bit of air around the garage and the noise just doesn't matter or whatever. I don't know. I really can't fathom I'll ever use this thing much, but it's just the noise level is just completely ridiculous. So just plugged it up here and let's see if the lighting is okay. I'm kind of fighting the lighting because that light over there is creating a bit of a glare, but I think that looks okay like that. So let's turn this stupid thing on. We'll start it up on the low, which is the first speed. And so you can hear all that lovely noise it makes. Kind of makes that scratching sound. Now, of course, go figure. It was making the noise before, and now the camera's on and it's perfectly silent. Isn't that something? Make your sound. There it goes. I guess the angle at which the floor is, because the floor isn't perfectly straight in here, I I guess this ever so slight angle that the floor is at is causing this thing to be quiet. Unbelievable. I can't believe it's quiet right now. There we go. It's making a sound now that it's on the floor. So it just makes that awful rattling sound. And the airflow, considering the condition of the blade, is actually not terrible. It's not good. It doesn't move much air at all. But it does move some air. I can feel the air moving maybe 10 feet away. It's not much, but the flow is there. I can't believe how quiet this stupid thing just got in the last couple of months. There's number 2. And now it's picking up again. Can't really tell how the air is moving on the floor. We'll go, let's say, 10 feet back here, and I mean, I can feel that there's air moving around the room, but it's like, it's not much. And to listen to that awful clicking sound, it's not even worth it. Alright, here comes high. Let's get ready for more crackling sounds. From within the motor, because even without the blade on, it makes that sound. I think the bearings are just rooted. Just kind of pathetic for a year and a half of operation. I can feel the airflow over here, but it's minimalistic. And if you were sweltering hot on a day that had absolutely no breeze whatsoever, yeah, I mean, this would help you, but certainly not much. I guess the angle makes a big difference on the volume. What a joke. I don't even know what to do with this thing. Part of me doesn't want to toss it because it still runs, but it runs so bad I'm not sure it's even worth it.